Yo, yo, it's JSF. How y'all doing? So today we got MILEENA. So today we're running a MILEENA guide, and I think MILEENA's, I think she's more like a character that I would like typically play. She kind of fits like a little bit of my playstyle more. She's a pretty good character too. She's a little different than Rain, but she has a really good neutral, which I'll get to a little bit later. But I just want to start off with like the basic things, like her normals, her buttons, all that good stuff. So, by the way, this is a default variation. Like I have no abilities equipped. So, you know, jab, 8 frames, don't know why. Down one is, her down one's good. Like it has a little bit more range than it looks like, as you can see, right? I'm still hitting from like back here. Her down one's really good. Like that range is like deceptive. Like it's really good. Her down 2 is solid. It is very upward and not very forward, but the hitbox of the move kind of covers her hurtbox, like how the good down 2s do, like how Jay's does, how Baraka's does. Hers isn't as good as theirs, but it's pretty good. Back one, she's got a 10 frame mid. Let me set him to block. She's got a 10 frame mid. It's -3 on block, so it's a good. This is a really good stagger. I use it a lot. It's a really good stagger. You can do that, which is -6, completely safe. You know, no gap. I believe there's an ender to this string, yeah, but that's unsafe, and we'll get back to that later. Her best button is forward 1 by far. This is easily her best button. I know it's a high, but it's 9 frames, and look at the range. It's absurd. The point is, I think a lot of people don't. Oh, this can be plus on block too. I just saw that. This can definitely be plus. Let's see if I can do it again. There we go. +1 on block, right? It's usually neutral on block. The point of this move, right? It's a high, they can duck it, they can mash. The point is in this range is to get them to respect like you're down 3, get them to respect like you're down 4, whoa, which is faster and it's -7. Get them to respect this or respect dash up back 1. Then you can hit them with this and then go into a grab, or hit them with this and go into back 1, or hit them with this and go into a poke. Because after this, it's not your turn, right? It's neutral at worst. This is essentially like Rain's forward 3, but with less range, and it's just a high, but it's never negative, right? It's either neutral or it's +1, right? That's all it's gonna be, right? So after this, you go into down 1, you go into back 1 if you think they're gonna respect it. You can even go into a low poke. Like you can go into down 4 if you want to go into a low. You can go into a grab, which I do a lot. But yeah, this button is like, it's great. This is a big part of her neutral, and then the string attached to it. Now this is not cancelable, right? You can cancel back 1, but you cannot cancel back 1, 2, or back 1, 2, 4. The last hit's an overhead, but as you can see, it's -13. It's unsafe, technically full combo punishable. -5. Yeah, if you space it out, sometimes when they're if you screw up your combos, I might end up doing it later on accident, and you hit them on the backside, I think it's safer too. That'll make sense if I show it. But yeah, the second hit of this string is a mid and it's -4. So you can fish with this, or you can just do this and then be safe. And the thing is, the last hit of this string is an overhead, so they have to block it standing. Yeah, it can be -3 as well. So you can do this, well, you can say do this and mash after. Granted, that's not super real, but it's like, you're safe, and it's like a mix-up, not a mix-up, but it's like a situation where it's like, am I gonna down 1, am I gonna finish the string, right? Because there's no gap or anything there, right? Let me show that so I'm not just talking. Like there's no gap or nothing, right? The overhead is just unsafe, right? So it's like, if you do this far the string, they think you're doing the overhead, boom. By the time they realize you didn't do the overhead, if they press anything, they would call it the poke. Or if they start respecting the fact that you'll do something after this, you can go into this, you can go into, you know what I mean, you can go into a throw. It's pretty good. Like another thing about MILEENA that's underrated is her movement. MILEENA's movement is godlike. It's not Rain's, but it's pretty good. Her movement is better than, like, I don't think people talk about it enough. It's really good. Like her movement, her ability to get in is really good. What else we got? 4-2, 17 frame low. This button is okay. I haven't got around to using it a lot, but something like that is good, which I'll get to later. It does have this, but it's unsafe. It does crushing blow though. Actually, I'll have to do because you can't get the AI to do this. It does crushing blow. Well, I can't get the combo, but you get the point, right? You know, something like that without the second crushing blow, right? Obviously. I think the crushing blow requirement is like they block lead or something like that. Something silly like that. Oh no, if it counter or punishes a high attack. I'm completely wrong. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if this counter or punishes a high attack. So you have to catch. One thing that happened to me in the match was, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Like that right there. That happened to me in a match and I was like, holy shit. So, you know, if you're fighting a character who sticks out a lot of highs, this goes under a lot of them, like, cause she's kind of aiming downward. It's not the best at low profiling, but you know, if you outspace them and they're doing a high or something, you can kill them for it, but just beware that this is unsafe. So you don't want to just commit to it. Like, I wouldn't advise committing to it at all. Just do it when you know, or you can just do this, you know, into other things, which I'll get into later. Back 3 is 15 frames. It's negative 10, but you literally just do both. There's no gap here. Just do both. 2 lows. And you only do the first one if you're gonna like cancel it, right? Other than that, just do both. It's okay. It's fine. It's solid. 15 frame, low string, low starter. You know. What else we got? Oh, duh. So standing 3-4 is an overhead, which makes standing 3 a good stagger because the second hit of the string is an overhead. So when people know the overhead is coming, you can do standing 3, which is plus on block into a grab. It's only plus 1, but you can just do standing 3 and go into this. Like, you'll see a lot of Mileena players doing like 1-1. Oh, I don't have the grab in this variation, but they'll do 1-1 grab or 1-1 that, like, which is unsafe. That's -10 is unsafe. So keep that in mind. And if they do 1-1 into the grab string, which is a true grab, you can also duck it and kill it for that. Just keep that in mind if you're fighting Mileena. This button's great. Forward 4 is great. It's a great button. It's 18 frames, so it's not the fastest. You want to do it from around this range. Like, you want to be like dash. You want to be like, hold on. You want to like dash up, forward 4-3, right? In default Mileena, this just knocks down, right? Just knocks down mid overhead, right? But then, you know, we'll get back to that a little bit later why that's important. But that's a good button. It's one you should definitely remember. And I think that's all. We got sweep and we got back 2. You're gonna see this a lot too. Sweep, back 2, because this is a low, this is an overhead. They are both completely safe on block. Sweep is 2 hits, overhead, boom. But our overhead is it's 25 frames, which isn't that fast, but it has a very specific animation. So her overhead is easier to react to than most characters. Like, easier to react to than like Nightwolf's or Sindel's, because Mileena doesn't have any other animation where she leaps in the air like that, other than like a short hop or something else you can anti-air. So you'll probably, once people like know the game, you'll probably get hit out of this a lot. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, early on, hey, let it rock. So that's all Mileena's like base normals you really need to know. Her fireball is amazing. Her fireball is really good. It's really good. It shoots 2 fireballs and they're both highs. If you EX it, it shoots 2 lows after the 2 highs. And as you can see from back here on plus, so the block advantage is pretty good. What that means is you can do stuff like this and be -8 with that pushback. Now let's set him to flawless block. As you can see, that's a true block string. There is no flawless block gap. So, you know, you can do stuff like this and be pretty safe. And then if it lands, this is if you have a hard time hit confirming, or you just don't want to hit confirm, you know, you can do stuff like this. And if it lands, 19% unbreakable, 17% unbreakable, 17% unbreakable, 21% unbreakable. You know, we'll get back to that a little bit later, but just it's good to know. And this fireball commands a lot of the screen. Like if they're trying to jump at you, like say from back here trying to jump over your projectiles or something. Jump. There we go. Well, anyway, they usually get clipped out of the air. Like you can definitely clip them out of the air, and you can definitely hit them with both while they're coming out of the air. But yeah, he was acting weird. Anyway, this is really good. Then we have ball roll. Y'all know ball roll. Ball roll been the same ball roll since ball roll. Y'all know ball roll. But yeah, 13 frames. I will say that her ball roll is pretty slow in this game. as far as travel speed, and it doesn't go that far. It can go under high projectiles. Well, this is why I said can. See, it can go under high projectiles, but I wouldn't rely on that to be a thing because it's not. It doesn't seem to be consistent, so I wouldn't rely on that. But ball rolls are launcher, obviously. Hit confirming the ball roll down to. Oh, I still have easy crushing blows. Oh, hold on 1 second. I was like, what the hell? All right, block string. It's a ball roll. Dash up down 2. 4 1 2 4. Boom. 31% BNB. She gets good damage. That's off the 10 frame punish. You know what I mean? You go off this, boom, 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 boom. Oh, never mind, I don't have the movie clip. Off a jab punish, which I wouldn't really do much. But if you need an 8 frame punish, you know, 27%, but more or less 30% on her BNBs, on her combos. She also has her back 114 crushing blow. So you can do something like this. Dash up, boom. 35%, and that crushing blows as long as there's, I believe, 7 hits or more in the combo. Yeah, combo 7 hits or more. So, you know, you have that. Anyway, now let's look at her quote-unquote competitive variations. Whoa, that's rain. Just because this is the easy way to go through all of her moves. And the thing about MILEENA is, MILEENA doesn't have that many moves. Like, they... When I say these characters are rushed, they were definitely rushed. So MILEENA only has 9 attacks, 9 abilities. None of them are 2 slots, and all of her abilities are in her competitive variations. And 2 of them are just like, hey, you can do this move in the air now. And 1 of them is just another ball roll, so it's another version of a move you already have. So anyway, she doesn't have that many moves, but so it won't be as complicated as Rain's. But look, her first variation, right? Air teleport. Oh, I didn't talk about teleport. Totally forgot about teleport. That's our other base move, right? Well, I did talk about it a little bit, but you can EX it and choose what side you want to throw your opponent on, which is pretty good. Important to note that if this move is blocked, you cannot enhance it. So if it's blocked, you're just minus 23 and dead to rights. You just got to hold that shit. So be careful when you use that teleport. It's never safe. Unless it's a punish. Unless you do it, like I said, a reaction to a jump or something, right? So in this variation, you can teleport in the air. But keep in mind that she goes through the ground when she teleports. So if you're in the air, you gotta sink all the way into the ground. And as you're going down like that, hold on 1 second. Damn it! As you're going down, you're vulnerable. As you can see, as you're going into the ground, like in the startup frames of your teleport, you are very vulnerable. Like you're a sitting duck. Like while she's sinking down into the ground like that, you're just a sitting duck waiting to get hit. So again, be careful how you use that. You have air fireball in this variation, which is kind of cool. And if you EX it, you just go to the ground faster. There's less recovery. I think it's okay. Short hop into fireballs seem pretty solid. Like I used this on like day 1. And then she has low side. And low side has a crushing blow. I'm a little too early. There we go. It has a crushing blow if you EX it and you go underneath another projectile. Oh, it doesn't combo. We'll get to why I did that later. But yeah, low side is slower than the regular projectile. It does go under high projectiles like I just showed, but I think it's a little too slow. It has its ups though, like say this string is 4-3, right? Second hits an overhead, you can do this into low side. Same with standing 3-4. You know what I mean? You get a little bit more of a mix up with MILEENA up close if you have low side equipped. But it is unsafe, it's minus 14, so keep that in mind. Minus 13 from here. It's not the most unsafe thing in the world, but there are characters that can punish it and characters that will punish it. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna go for this. Just know, okay, I can get punished for doing this, or I can get punished for doing this, or maybe jab string into low side because they think you're gonna go for it. Oh, that's pretty safe. This jab string into it might be pretty safe. I wonder if that's a gap though. Oh, there is a gap. But what can you do though? Yeah, I don't think you can really get anything. If you just do that, yeah. Regular loci is hella unsafe. EX is much safer. I think you're fine. If you get it off the jab string, I think you're good there. Because minus 12 from here, like Sub-Zero Slide might be able to punish it, but that's the only move in the game that would be able to. Demon Dash got nerfed. Or Radiant's Discharge. Radiant's Discharge, by the way. So, that's her variation 1. This also replaces her standard fireball, which is the only reason I don't use it personally, because it replaces her regular fireball, which is extremely good and also has a low attached to it. But low fireball is not bad. It has its utility. It's more of, do you want your fireball for like mix-ups? Do you want that crushing blow? Or do you want a fireball that's really good in a neutral? That's more what the decision is with her. Now this variation is interesting. These moves, right? So she has, I think it's called Playtime or something, where she gets extra strings. She has her command grab and she has the Condom Dash. Command grab, come on. 10%. 14% if you enhance it. Oh, I know what I need to do. Nah, well, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I can show this. Armor break, and if you EX it, crush and blow, 37% off just a jump kick, right? Pretty good. Her command grab is also a combo ender if you want it to be, because you get pretty good, you know, Oki off of it. It's not the max damage combo ender is this, but you can do like forward one into command grab in your combos that way as well. It just depends on what type of knockdown you're looking for. It's based on what you rather have. Oh, I don't have ball roll in this variation, right? Duh. So the extra block strings, you have 1/1 into grab, right? And this is a true throw, right? So if I do this and you're blocking, you will get grabbed. It's a real grab. It does 10%. So you'll see MILEENA players do that or do this. 1/1-2. 1/1-2 is minus 10. It doesn't have a gap. It's just slightly unsafe. So keep that in mind as well. This now has a ender, right? And if you enhance it, it's a restand. I know you really can't tell. Nah, I'd have to be in the corner to really show it. So let's do that. Bruh. Like, as you can see, right, he got stood back up. And if I enhance it, it's a restand and I'm plus 20, which is hella plus. Like, holy shit, that's plus as fuck. So that's something else that's just good to know. There's definitely situations where you may want to have that. This move, I think, is essential for MILEENA, by the way, this playtime move, where you get these grab strings on the end of her block strings. Where's the other one? No, I know that one. Oh, this one. Yeah, this string gets an ender. I believe it's still unsafe though. Yeah, it's still unsafe. Ain't nothing changed. It just gets an ender if you, like, say you end up hitting this string and you don't have the crush and blow. Hey, you have this ender. You know, and you can use that as a combo ender as well if you like. But the real important thing about this move, about these extra block strings and shit that you get, like I said, this turns into a restand. It turns into a combo ender, but it also it makes that special cancelable. So now this is cancelable. So now you can do things like mid, overhead, fireball, reset neutral. I'm minus 10, but look where I'm at, right? And this is really important. If you have this move and then say the Condom Dash, which goes into a low slide, you know, that's a mix up. Then you go to the overhead, into the low. So yeah, the Condom Dash is interesting. My biggest gripe with this move, you see how far she runs? The move isn't that bad. You can cancel it too. So you can do something like that, or when they start like reacting to your mix-ups or blocking them, like cancel them, and, like, you know what I mean, you can go for shenanigans like that. This move will go under high and mid projectiles, by the way. Like, it will go under high and mid projectiles. Like, it will. Like, not all of them, obviously. Some mids are lower to the ground than others. But I just want you to know that it can. It's really fast. You can EX it twice. So that's the second EX is 15%. The first EX does like 11%, I believe. Because this shit is damn near a throw. That's why it doesn't do that much damage. Because, like, from here, if you press anything, like, I can kill you for it, right? And then you can switch sides, whatever side you want to go on. You can go on the left. After the first EX, right? You can go on the right. So you can side switch with it. The move has a ton of utility. It has a shit ton of utility. The problem is it replaces ball roll. So you lose your launcher. You literally lose your combos if you pick this move. But it's not a bad move. It has a ton of utility. It just doesn't you don't have combos. And that bothers me. But it's only -11. It's point blank range, so it's definitely punishable, but it's not like -20 like a lot. Like if I do this move from here, damn it. If I do it from like here, I'm still only -11, right? So you would think this would be way more unsafe, but it's not. But then again, it doesn't lead to a combo. It doesn't lead to that much damage. If it hits, it only does 11%. But you can combo into it. Wait. You know, but again, you don't get much off of it, right? This is all unbreakable too, so that is good. Like that's 20%. But like that's 17%. The only issue with that is you can get the same thing with this, 19%. It's even more damage. And then when this is special cancelable, that's 21%. You know, into an overhead, 21%. Or you can go into a low, 15, 16%, you know. It has its utility, but if you want ball roll, you know, like I want ball roll, it's hard to justify using that move when ball roll is so good. So her last three abilities, you got Sideslide, Vanish, and Rolling Thunder. Vanish is pretty straightforward. You go invisible, and you can mix. Something important to know is if you teleport, you come out of your invisibility. So if I teleport, I come straight out of my invisibility. I can ball roll. I can throw size, whatever. I can grab, you know, but once the grab lands, obviously you come out of the invisibility. But it's important to know. And if you have a hard time with the input because it's a stupid ass up-down input, this shit has to go, man. NetherRealm, this shit has to go. There is literally no reason on the planet for there to be an up-down input in your game. None. None. I don't give a shit if that's how it was in the old games, if it's a classic thing. You guys change the input for Scorpion Spear all the time. Anyway, so you have to block and then do it, and then let go of block. So kind of just press R2 and do it, hold it a little bit. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you know. This move can be good. Like, you have to do it after something like that where you have enough hit advantage because it has a lot of startup. But you get to, if you're invisible, you get to mix. Hold on. See, I'm still screwing it up. You get to mix. They can't see me. Like, you know what I mean? You get to mix. So it is what it is. It's not, you know, there ain't much to talk about with it. It's invisibility. It'll complement whatever moves you have. What else we got? We got Sideslide. This move's interesting. It's very slow. Has a shit ton of startup, right? I think you need to have regular fireball to make them respect your fireball game. And then you throw out a Sideslide. Now, you can hold square to make it go farther, or hold one, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't go full screen, but from here I can hit him, right? Well, from here I can hit him, right? But if I just do it, it won't, right? The important thing is you can enhance it, no matter how far it went. You can enhance it, and it'll land on them, right? Let's say he's just moving around, right? Back dash, forward dash, jumping around, boom, boom, boom. He's moving around constantly, right? It's gonna catch him. It's gonna catch him. Like wherever he is, it's gonna catch him, right? And the important thing is, if he's pressing anything, it's a crushing blow. 16% ain't that much, but you can teleport into combos. And if you spend 2 bars, you get 26% unbreakable. I wonder Oh, you gotta hit it with just that with raw. If you don't want to spend the extra bar, take your 21% unbreakable and plus frames and go about your business, you know? So it's good for that because once they stop respecting it, if you have meter, you can just enhance it. It knocks down and crushing blows on counter hit. So it has its utility. It's not something you want to use all the time. But like if you have your zoning established, and MILEENA's zoning is really, really, really good. I don't know if I said that earlier, but her zoning is amazing. Like her fireball game, her zoning, cause her movement is so good. Her fireball is a lot better than Rain's, and his is solid. But she has a good movement and an amazing fireball. So like her zoning is like, it's nuts. And then the fact that you can teleport if they jump, and then you can ball roll. Speaking of ball roll, the next move we have is Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder is a ball roll that does a little bit more damage, but it does less pop-up, so you can't get the same B&Bs off of it. But the thing is, if you hold down circle, you get regular ball roll, or you hold down 4. So down, back down 4, hold it down, she would do regular ball roll instead of this. That's important to know, because the range on Rolling Thunder is like, okay, about regular ball roll range, but if you hold it, shit goes full screen. So if you have Rolling Thunder equipped, you can literally just have it equipped just to have a ball roll that goes full screen. Like you don't even need to use the Rolling Thunder version of it, because if you hold it, you get regular ball roll. It just goes farther. So you can still get your same regular combos that you get normally. So from full screen, you can yeet, yeet. I dropped the combo, but y'all get the point, right? You know, so that's really important to know. If you have a hard time landing MILEENA's combos and just want easy damage, you want to get a little more damage easier, you can play this and just do down 2 and get 27% instead of a 25% you get if you do it this way, right? You can just do that, which is what I talked about in my day 1 combos video. So that's basically all of her moves. I want to go to the variation of MILEENA I play. The moves I have equipped. So I have regular size. I don't have low size. I have playtime equipped, so I can do shit like this. I have command grab, so I can do shit like this, and then I have side slide. Again, like I said, side slide I don't use that often, but if somebody is like if somebody's giving me enough time to get a projectile out, or I get a knockdown, you know, I can throw this out, right? And if they're like, what the hell are you doing? And then they try to punish me for it, you know, I'll throw that out, right? I have an idea. Okay, wait. Okay, so if you get hit, it does go away. That's important to note as well. I had to make sure before I just said that. But yeah, it does go away if you get hit. But if they're respecting you doing that, you can throw that out. And if they press anything, crush and blow, you get at least 21% unbreakable, which is really good, especially if you're in a projectile war. So I play this variation a lot. I can zone really well, and then if I get close, if they get like close to me, then you throw this out, right? You throw forward 1 out, or you throw forward 1, 2 out. If it lands cool, you can commit to the whole string, or you can just do this and back up a little bit. Well, back up a little bit, but you're hella plus. You can pressure on their wake up. You know what I mean? Like MILEENA's got a lot of good tools, man. Like her back one's range is terrible. I don't know if I mentioned that. The range on this button is abysmal. This is a joke. Like the range on this button is ass. It's just like Rain's back one. Like Rain's back one, or back 2, I should say. How this shit has no fucking range. Look at this. Like it has no range. Their mids have no range, right? None whatsoever. But the thing is, she does have this, which has more range and is a little bit faster. It is a high, but her down 1 has good range. She's got a down 4. Her down 4 is weird, but her down 3 is a down 4, basically. Her down 3 is really good. Her down 4 is like Terminators and Frosts, except those 2 have lows and Frost is a mid, but whatever. Frost is the worst character in the game. Yeah, so you have this, then you have this, right? And this will get you a range. This will get you a range to do this, right? And again, that's a good stagger. Boom, boom. You can go for the grab. I wouldn't go for this gimmick that often because the people that know will kill you for it. I say go for it once a game. I say it's a free 10%. You get the gimmick off once a game and then don't do it again. But remember, that's unsafe, and this is unsafe too, so they don't match up, they'll kill you. But anyway, that's basically Mileena in a nutshell. I think she's really good. I don't know why people were saying she's bad. I haven't seen what makes her terrible yet. Yeah, the range on this sucks, but like, the range on your down one is great. If they're not respecting your ability to use your 10 frame mid, if they're not respecting it, hit them with a down one. You're plus 13, you know? Hit them with down four. Down four is plus 19. Well, it doesn't really jail into shit, but which kind of sucks, but you can dash up and go into pressure. Or you can do this and then, you know, go for this. Another thing is this is really good in combos because forward one has little, like basically no recovery. So you can do stuff like, let's see if I can do it. I'm probably drop it, but like you can do that like 3 times in some combos. It's just kind of something else to note, just to think about. But yeah, I think she's really good. She's got lows if you want to. You can live by the sword with Mileena. Like you can just do low into ball roll. You know what I mean? You can do overhead, boom, not hit confirm it. Like you can live by the sword with Mileena if you'd like, but you don't really have to in this game. Like you get hit confirm with strings, you know. But you can still be crazy if you want. They gave you the tools to be crazy. You can still play Mileena like old school Mileena. You just won't get the high reward for being a maniac all the time. You're gonna have to do like low into ball roll to get the reward. So anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all like the guide, subscribe, all that good stuff. Rambo's up next. I gotta play some more Rambo before I do his guide. I was hoping they fixed his bugs before I actually did the Rambo guide, which is why I've been holding off on Rambo. But hey, I guess they're not gonna fix him at all. So I'm just gonna learn him as is and play Rambo. So appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. JSF, I'm out of here. Peace.